I just bought Ronny the second cheapest E39 528i in hopes of rescuing him from the uncaring pre-owners and bring him back on the road as soon as possible.
But oh boy, Ronny has some surprises waiting on us that could deem this car unrescuable.
I mean, what idiot is doing something like this? Despite that, now it is my turn to give Ronny what he deserves. Someone who cares.
And if you want to know how much I paid for this car, stick till the end of this video.
So, now we're gonna take a proper look at Ronny. The first thing that I notice is it is pretty dirty. Here, some rust. Here, rust. In here, some rust. We have rust here, some fading paint here, clear coat actually, some rust spot here, which is actually pretty normal for these cars. Some rust here on the door. Here is a typical rust spot on these cars. Yeah, it has some. Yeah, I don't know, some rust here on the door. The front fender looks actually pretty decent. Then we have some weird paint issue here. Somebody repainted this section here, actually all the way to here. We have some xenon lights in the front. They both work. Clear coat that is coming away from the car. So let's go inside of the car. Honestly, it is very dirty in here. We have some stains here, some missing color here. Everything else is working. Again, some missing buttons. The airbag light is constantly on. You can see that. We're gonna take a look at that.
Additionally, I had a small feeling that someone messed with the engine control light, because it isn't coming on when you turn on the ignition. So I decided to test it shortly.
Okay, check engine light is on.
But what I didn't notice here is pretty devastating. More to that later in this video.
Take a look at that. It is opening and it works fine. AC does not work at the moment. Heated seats work. Yeah, then here everything looks fine. Ashtray. But the rear seats look fine. So let's open the hood. Yeah. Nice engine. M52 B28. Ooh, mouse cable got chewed up pretty badly. This here got budged up. Yeah, there is some trim missing in the back here. Okay, it got an oil change in October 24. Okay, pretty good. But nothing is leaking. It seems all fine. That surprises me the most. We have some problems here. Unfortunately, we need to do something about that. I really do think we have a good car here if everything on the underside also checks out.
So let's put Ronny on the lift.
Let's hope he isn't as bad as I think he is. But first we need to lift him. And let's hear if a natural E39 sound appears, like crunching checking points.
Lifting a 29-year-old rusty BMW is quite scary.
Let's go underneath the car. Rust. Of course we're starting at the back. This is savable here. But this here I don't think this is not savable. Let's see if we can see. Oh my god. But we can't see the battery. That's a plus sign.
So far the car is pretty rusty. But fortunately it's something we can fix. But what we'll uncover next is pretty bad.
Differential, pretty rusty. Oh god, guys, can you see that? The ring that is actually protecting the gasket to not get any stones in it is away. It's completely away. And I don't think I can even open these screws. Oh my god. Yeah. The exhaust is also done. So, okay, the handbrake cables are completely done. So, oh my god. Damn it. What the hell did I buy here? Okay. Oh my god, the entire underbody. Did somebody already... Why is it red there? Here, above it is red. Why? Woo! Yeah! We are underneath the seat. This was actually on my other E39 on Phoenix. Also, this was pretty bad. Guys, let's take a look at the other side. Maybe something is different here. Woo! Oh, something is different here. Someone already welded in some red panel in here. The game, can we find any rust holes? Yeah, this is solid. On this side it's actually pretty good. Why the hell am I doing this? Ooh, I smell hole. Oh, fellas! Major issue. We have an oil leak.
So let's just remove the covers underneath the car.
Actually, I mean, it's alright. Let's take you away here. We have an oil leak here. Oh god. I hate this car, Ronny. Why? So basically, an oil leak. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. And then we have this little fella here. This should actually look like that. But honestly, other than that, I can't see to find any issues with the engine. Looks in decent shape. Yeah, we have this fella here that needs to get replaced because otherwise the car can burn down. No. Take a look at this. The engine mount is cracked. Also okay. This bushing here is fine. You can't see in here, but I'm gonna... Yeah, this is also fine. The boot is starting to crack, but it's still here. And the bushing above here looks okay. One control arm that needs to get replaced, but I think I have one here. So let's remove the cover here. Basically, we also have rust here in the front. Honestly, my stomach aches now. This was not the best purchase ever. Oh, someone already did these brake lines. Ugh. What is this? Oh, it's water. I think. I hope. It doesn't smell like anything. It's definitely not brake fluid. Honestly, I don't know what this exactly is, so I'm not keen on touching that. At this point, we definitely need to fix the whole sill, or replace it actually. I think it's a pretty decent car, right?
And the next things we're gonna uncover also scream perfect car.
Damper. Gosh, thing is completely torn. We have some play in here. Not like that, but like that. Okay. So that's the tie rod. But I'm wondering why I didn't notice that while driving. You couldn't feel that. The brake line in the front is completely done. So again, the bump stop here, completely torn. Stabilizer link looks fine. In the back here. Okay. We have play here. Ooh.
And unfortunately on this side we have the same amount of play.
So let's pop the hood.
And at first we are removing the engine covers.
Okay. Yeah. Smells like fuel. I've just started the car a couple of times. Didn't let it run properly.
Now it is time to remove the ignition coils. They are just held in by 2 bolts each.
I think the valve cover gasket is tight.
So basically it isn't leaking.
What the hell? What the hell? Okay, cylinder number 6, we're not gonna open it right now.
And now we can remove all of the spark plugs.
Taking out spark plug, first cylinder, does not look great. Looks a lot like oil. This cylinder is pretty much at the top, but it looks okay. Wow, has some scratches in it, but not much. Cylinder number 2. This spark plug also looks a lot like there's burning oil, but in here it looks actually pretty fine. It's not perfect, but what can you even say? This engine has 300,000 kilometers behind it.
And honestly, all the cylinders I took a look at were fine.
Yeah, also looks fine. We have at least a great engine, but tomorrow we're gonna compression test it. There's still one thing we need to take a look at. Cylinder number 6. Let's blow it out with some compressed air. Oh yeah, this is rusty. But honestly, the tip looks pretty fine. We are beginning with taking a look at the cylinder number 6. Wow, the cross hatchings are super nice.
The last cylinder gets the most stress because it's the hottest. The coolant gets warmer as it goes through the engine, so it cools less. And that's why the last cylinder often looks worse than the other ones. But not in this case, fortunately.
I'm gonna predict this engine is fine. But there's one thing I wanna do. We gonna compression test it. Good, we want to see at least 10 to 11 bars. But most important is that all the figures on all of the cylinders are roughly the same. Oh, and yeah, of course I don't want the car to start, so we're gonna unplug the crankshaft sensor. Oh my gosh, you need stick man fingers.
So I really hope Ronny's gonna perform a high score on this test.
Ronny's heart is perfectly healthy. I'm so relieved because I thought this car is completely done. But the compression values are perfect and also the visual inspection in the cylinders was perfect. It's okay, Ronny. Don't cry.
Let's remove all of the wheels.
So, I decided to cut up both sills. I'm just going to cut it here and bend it away just to see how it looks underneath there.
But before we are doing that, we're gonna remove all of the wheel arch liners. They are just held in by a few bolts and a few clips in the front, and then they come out.
Guys, in here it looks so good. I found something decent on this car.
Here in the back, they are just held in by a few plastic nuts and clips. And then they come right out.
I mean, it's alright.
Except of one spot.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just a botched up job.
And then I saw something. The ABS sensor wasn't fully clipped in.
This was not fully clipped in. I now clipped it completely in. Someone already has messed with the ABS and yeah, snapped the bolt here, unfortunately.
So let's test it quickly. But still no light is coming on the dashboard. Something is really off.
Honestly, this here is completely done. So we definitely need to cut it off here and weld a new panel in here, which is actually pretty normal for E39s.
The panels above the front right arch liner look actually pretty decent.
So now we're gonna cut up both rocker panels. And if you're asking yourself, why did I decide to cut up the whole sill? It's just, honestly, I want to reach in here and look at the inner rocker panel. The rocker panel has so many holes along the way, and also because of this here. I really don't know how it looks underneath here, and I just want to have a good look at it. And we have the same problem here.
There is no going back now.
That's the reason why I did want to remove the whole sill.
Well, honestly, just the back section there looks that bad. The rest of it looks almost fine.
Oh yeah, and yeah. So I'm really glad we are doing it like this.
Now I thought, why not remove all of the underseal from all of the rust spots? Well,
what the hell? Someone did bondo over this section here, and it was it was actually opened here, rusted through. Someone really screwed me over, and the last owner too. I don't think he knew that.
And check this out. This is pretty bad. And if we want to fix Ronny, we would need to cut out a quarter of all the floor.
Out with you! Nice. Let's take a look how many hits it takes till we are through. Yay! 1!
So let's start cutting up the Pandora's box on the co-driver side. And I really hope no surprises are waiting on us here. But of course, there are some.
Take a look at this here. This is part of the checking point. The checking point here on the bottom is really thin, I think.
Well, the rust is chewing on this checking point for years now. Of course it gets thinner.
A stone? Interesting. While going through the footage of Ronny while testing the instrument cluster, I have noticed one thing. The lights for the ASC and ABS system didn't light up. And when pressing the button in the middle, it does nothing. No light is coming on, so I suspect somebody messed with the instrument cluster and manipulated it. And since it is raining outside, I can't bring Leo out, so therefore I have to step on a ladder. Got it! Yay! Got it out! Here's now the cluster, and we're gonna open it. Fortunately, I bought a cluster kit, yeah, a tool kit for Phoenix, the other E39. Oh my gosh. Okay. So nothing. I already see it. I mean, what idiot is doing something like this? This is the cheapest way to fix your ASC problems and ABS problems, because this fell off, and I bet someone did put tape on here. Yeah. I have never seen something like this in person. And honestly, I don't get it. Because these cars get very slidey when it's raining. Or, yeah, if you want to brake, a kid runs up on the street and you want to brake, but you simply don't know that the ABS and ASC isn't working, and you trust the car that it will stop, but it doesn't stop because just one tire is blocking and you smash the kid. I don't know. Simply, guys, I don't get it. Why are people doing that? So let's fish out this tape here. Oh my god. I mean, this is criminal. Yeah, tape and also some paint with a marker. So now comes the biggest question. What did we pay for Ronny, the manipulated E39? Well, I paid a little bit too much, honestly. I paid 1,000 euros for this car, and actually Leo costed me 800 euros, which makes this the second cheapest E39 528i in Austria at the moment. So what do you think about Ronny? Is he worth it to bring him on the road again? Honestly, I don't know. But I'm up for the challenge, and I really want to do it.